Oh man. So I woke up to some very interesting news, and it actually wasn't related to Bud Light or LGBTQs. So I was actually excited. And the news that I woke up to is that Robert Kennedy Jr. has decided to run for presidency as a Democrat. That is super duper interesting. If anybody doesn't know, well, first off, if you don't know who Robert Kennedy Jr. is, that is a son of one of the United States presidents, the little brother of John Kennedy, not like the son of the little brother of John Kennedy, who would be Robert Kennedy Sr. So his dad was president, his uncle was president, one of the more controversial presidents in US history. So very interesting legacy there. But even more so, his personal persona that he has built up as an anti-vaxxer. People would call him one of the QAnon supporters, I guess. A deep conspiracist is what I would describe him as. And he is going to be challenging Joe Biden in the Democratic primaries. And I think that that is very interesting, to say the least, because he could have gone as a Republican, and I think that he knows that he would have lost, but that would have, of course, there's too many heavy hitters over there. Like Trump and DeSantis are pretty much the ones slugging it out right now. Even before, it's just like Ron DeSantis still has not even announced that he's running for president, which is what I like that. Smooth, cool cat. But yeah, no, he could have ran as a Republican where he would actually gotten more people who align with his beliefs, but obviously he would not have made it to the end. As to where he's going to the Democrat side, where I don't really know how many people are going to support what he's saying. I mean, I think it's going to be an interesting test. How about that? Because we think and we believe that Democrats march in lockstep on most politicized topics: abortion, vaccination, which shouldn't be a politicized topic, but unfortunately it is in this day and age. LGBTQ rights, all of these things, they pretty much march in lockstep when it comes to these topics. He's going to come with differing thoughts and opinions, shake it up, and basically, I want to see how many Democrats would actually support him, if any at all. It's going to be very interesting to see, because maybe some of them do feel a certain way after everything that had occurred, when it comes to the virus that we experienced and during that time. Maybe a few of them do see, him as somebody who could potentially bring some new energy to the Democratic Party. I'm obviously not anywhere near any of that as it currently stands. I guess that could change one day if we saw some like if it turned out that he actually won the primary and became the front runner for the Democratic election. That wouldn't obviously I would not just go switch and be a Democrat. I'm still voting for Ron DeSantis, but like that would be freaking crazy if that happened. So not too much to this story just yet, as he just announced yesterday that he was running. We're going to see, I'm sure, soon some interviews of him speaking about why he chose to run and why he chose to run as a Democrat. When he speaks about those kind of things, I'll make sure to follow up on the topic, because I'll be honest with you guys. Yesterday, I didn't even drop a 7 p.m. video. Yes, I could have talked about how Dylan Mulvaney is now sponsored by Nike, but it's just like, dude, I feel like I'm saying the same thing 70,000 times when I report on every update that takes place with this Dylan Mulvaney and what new company is deciding to sponsor him, and how I think that people aren't really going to boycott the situation and blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of people coming out now saying that they're not sponsoring Bud Light, but we'll see. But my point in all that is that I'm so happy that there was something different that came out in the news cycle that was not the gay stuff or Donald Trump. Like, it melts my brain to have to talk about the same. If you guys haven't noticed, man, it's just like it's very hard for me to talk about the same thing over and over again. That is one thing that like the most successful media companies, I'll give it to them. I will give them. They have the utmost endurance when it comes to repeating information. I just feel like it's silly. Maybe that is not business smart of me. Even I'm not making any money from this, but maybe I would make money if I just repeated the same talking points every day and made, 5 videos about it. But I'm just trying to bring you guys something refreshing, without trying, not something that's not too contrived though. I'm still trying to just be myself, talk about what is interesting to me that can also be applied to a higher level conversation in the public. So that's where I'm at with it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Robert Kennedy Jr. running as a Democrat. That is super duper interesting. And I want to know why, and I want to know how this turns out. I will keep you updated with the information as it comes out. Have a great morning.